The whole basis of assessment is based upon, statistical prediction, based upon psychological testing. And it becomes, at base, while it's understandable, it's a fairly technical process. Rather than subjective decisions, most of what we do is based upon statistical data. We use an assessment to both understand how the assessment was developed, as well as what it measures, and what does the results mean, is really a matter of understanding the science behind it, and what this assessment can tell us, and what the assessment can't tell us.
So, example, customer service job. A lot of customer service jobs are going to have the same core competencies, but they're all going to be a little bit different, from one company to the next company. So by having so many different tests and so many different options, we can get closer to the best fit for that job. So we, going into it, we know here are the things, agreeableness, reliability, some interpersonal sensitivity, going to be important for a customer service job. But given whether that customer service job is all about upselling, maybe it's just about handling incoming complaints, it's going to be a slightly different test, a slightly different flavor.
Because we distribute content from probably 50 different test publishers, we have just a wide array of tests in our catalog, probably about 200, that our human capital consulting group can kind of select from in order to find the assessment that's going to best meet the needs of a specific client.
It becomes like fitting the square block into the round hole at times if we're always pushing our own test. We don't have any of our own tests, so we can talk to them about their needs and what's going on. Is it turnover in that job? Is it poor quality of hire in that job? So essentially we can get them to multiple tests which fit their needs.
Before we select an assessment, we need to understand what it is that we're assessing for. And also, from a scientific perspective, that also makes it a whole lot stronger case that we're not just randomly selecting assessments, but we're using a test for a very specific sort of reason, to select for specific characteristics, to put someone into a specific job.
The second part of the battle is then, how do I interpret the results? I have 5 scores from 5 scales. This person did well in some areas, poor in other areas. What do I do with that person? So not only picking the test in terms of basing that on best practice and good science, but also how you interpret the test. That ultimately will really have an impact on how effective your testing program is. At the end of the day, we can solve their issues, make their job easier. So it's nice. You go in, kind of take the temperature of the organization, what's going on, here are some solutions that can affect it, put those solutions in place, share your best practice and experience, and then walk away knowing that you help them. Their day is going to be better, they're going to get better people, and going to be a more productive organization. So it's really just being problem solvers, I think, is the way I look at myself.